Good morning, afternoon or evening everybody. My name is Jack Baker and welcome to a very special episode of The Plight of the Pangolin. For those of you who have listened to some of the other episodes, you may have realised that this show is quite a bit shorter than some of the others, and I'll explain why in just a second. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, thank you very much for tuning in. This series explores the experiences of one of my favourite species, the pangolin, and some of the threats it faces around the world, as well as some wider conservation issues such as trafficking, environmental education, and the conflict between human interest and the natural world. If you go back and listen to some of the earlier episodes, you'll hear from a global network of experts on all of this. So please, dive in to hear all about the charismatic creature which defined my 2020, and as you'll learn, may have defined quite a lot of your 2020s as well. Anyway, the reason for the shortness of this episode is that I wanted to start off 2021 on a lighter note by sharing with you some of the fun outtakes from the first season of the show. I had such an amazing time recording the series, and a couple of fun clips got left on the cutting room floor. So I thought, why not share them with you so we can all have a good laugh, mainly at my expense. I also think it's a good idea to look back at some of these moments where everything didn't necessarily go the way I would have liked, because it allows me to reflect on the time in which this series was produced. In 2020, I think we all struggled with certain things, be that technological or otherwise, but a lot of us also have something to be proud of. For me, that is this podcast, and for you, it could be something else, like how you looked after those around you. Before I let those play, however, I also wanted to say a brief thank you to all of you for listening, as I've been completely overwhelmed by the positive feedback I've received. The show's now been listened to over 500 times in 25 countries, from Ghana to the Philippines to France to the USA, and that's more than I ever could have dreamed, so thank you so much. It would also be remiss of me not to thank both Save Pangolins and the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland, who have shared the show on social media. Both of these organisations do great work all around the world to protect both the pangolin and biodiversity as a whole. I've added links to both of the organisations' websites in the description of this episode if you're interested in learning more. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now, but please enjoy these outtakes. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Follow us on Twitter at Pangolin Podcast. Have a happy and healthy 2021. And of course, never stop fighting against the plight of the pangolin. Thank you. I hope I'm getting better at this, because the first one we did, I forgot to hit record, and we got about 10 minutes in, and I had to stop the person talking and just be like, so sorry. Could you say all of those brilliant things you've said again?
Oh, no.
Okay. It's alright, because you've actually frozen on my screen, so I can see you from about 3 minutes ago since you pressed record. So,
do you want me to, if I turn that off and on again, sometimes it works. Is that better? Am I moving?
I can just see JB now.
Okay. This is going swimmingly. Unless, was there anything you wanted to talk about that I perhaps didn't touch on? Or is there something you thought you wanted to go into more that I could? Or are we good?
No, I think you've interrogated and tortured me enough, Jack. Thank you.
I wrote all of these
it's been great.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I am now joined by Professor Joe Sharp, currently working as part of an interdisciplinary team of I can never say this. Okay.
Epidemiologists.
Epidemiologists. Epidemiologists. I don't know what I was going to say there, because I haven't thought of a conclusion for an interview.
Your catchy sign off.
I know. I want to say back to the studio, because I'm in the studio now. I can't leave the studio.
Maybe that could be your sign off, back to the studio, which I can't leave.